Oh, how nice.
Ah, is that a real bug?
That's a bug. That's a gross. Yeah, toss it.
Where are cash? Here it is, cash on hand.
Let's see, Mr. Bug.
Ew! Are you carrying around bugs? You're not even scared? Not scared of worms? Probably not scared of rodents either, are you?
What?
Little mices, mices?
No.
Okay. I am. You bring me a mice, I'm leaving.
Valuable information, Charles.
Just thought I'd share.
Thanks.
Okay.
This is nice for all.
Since you don't sit by me no more.
Oh, God, I was so hoping we could get through one meeting. Okay, Cynthia, whenever
All
you're
right,
ready.
I'm looking at Lynell. Are you ready, darling?
ready.
Okay. Good evening. I'd like to please call the meeting of the Shields Township Board to order. And can we have a roll call, please?
William Brown, Heather Kerr,
Present.
Cynthia Maloney,
Present.
Richard Gashgarian,
Present.
Charles January.
Present.
Thank you. Can we all please stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Our first agenda item is a motion to approve the minutes from our October 15th board meeting. I'd like a motion, please. Are there any additions or corrections? Okay, so can I have a motion to approve the meeting, the minutes as presented?
I wasn't at that meeting? Since I was.
Yeah, you were.
Oh,
Oh, there you go. That's a correction.
it's not on here, though, Lena.
You were on there.
Oh, I didn't put him on there?
Yeah, you left him off. Charles January was at the
Sorry, Charles
meeting.
January.
I should be offended, but I'm not.
Okay, thank
You made
you.
a lot of noise.
She blocked it out. Okay. All right, any other, maybe you should probably carefully. Hi, come join us. We just started.
Hi.
Any other corrections?
The meeting was not called to order at 6:30. It was called to order at 6:40.
You know, we could probably make this meeting go a lot faster if we just do this.
Well, if we had them sooner, we didn't have to.
Okay, I just need a motion to approve
I approve.
the minutes as amended. Heather's moved to...
I've so moved.
Okay, and a second? To approve, oh, still reading.
Where's the cash on hand, Cynthia? Can I not grab it?
You mean this one? It's in here.
It is, okay. Oh, my new packet, thank you. Yes, thank you.
It's right here if you want to share.
No, I've got it too.
Okay.
Thank you.
I guess I have a question.
Okay.
The road, bridge, and max fund, isn't that supposed to be separated out? Or is that just one whole total amount?
The road and bridge max safe is a separate account. The road and bridge checking account is the 2312. The road and bridge max safe is those are CDs.
Oh, it's CDs, okay. Now I understand, okay.
Okay, doke.
Second.
I still need a second.
Second, I'll
Okay.
second.
Okay, moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you. We have approved the minutes. All right, the next item is a presentation of cash balances, cash on hand, as of today. The town fund has $16,527.37 in it. The town max safe fund has $587,198.42. The road and bridge fund has $27,075.75. Road and bridge max safe account has $575.35. General assistance account has $6,668. HUD checking has $6,361.78. We have, in our IMRF account, we have $3,556. Phoenix Rising Foundation checking account has $15,367.63. And our T-bills and CDs for the township, this doesn't look right.
No, it's not.
This can't be right. I think this number, this town max safe number is wrong. I have to check. That's too much. Okay, I'm gonna ask.
not do this
We're
one?
gonna not do this. We're going to revisit this at our next meeting. I think, do we need to? There's no action.
There's no
item,
action. We
so
don't have to vote on
so
anything.
we're
Just
just
skip it.
gonna skip this for now. That's ridiculous.
This doesn't look right if you
It's
compare
about
off,
$500,000 off.
because if you compare it with numbers from last month, it's completely
yeah.
different.
So we will. That's some kind of a clerical error. Yesterday was crazy. Okay, our next item on the agenda is proposed budgets for fiscal year 2017. And this is just kind of a preliminary foray in advance of setting our levy. We have a town fund spreadsheet that shows what we've spent so far to date, what our budget was, what we project to be spending between now and the end of our fiscal year, and any amount that we're over or under budget based on our projections. And then we have a proposed fiscal year 17 budget. And in looking at these numbers, my recommendation, I'm just going to put it out there, is that it's going to be to keep the levy at its current level. We're still spending a little bit of reserves as of this year so far. I mean, my projection for this year was originally about $30,000, but I didn't have the assessor's budget at the time that I made that analysis. And looking at next year, it looks like we may spend as much as about $40,000 out of reserves, but we still have $1 million in reserves. So I think that's a prudent thing to do, is just to keep nicking away at things. So if anyone has any questions or wants to discuss this, we can do that now, or we can do that at next month's meeting.
No, Cynthia, I would like to just add my 2 cents, and I think that we're on the right track, but it seems to me the internet is a good thing, a source of things that people can look at to see what our township is doing, and we're on the internet, which is a wonderful thing. I believe that our township needs to have a circular newspaper or something that goes out to all of our residents telling us what they do and don't, because on my side of North Chicago, 60% of those folks do not have the internet, nor do they have a way for us to be in touch with them.
Yeah.
So I believe we need you to have a media or news print that we can put out, and that should be added to the budget. That's something that we should do as a body, so everyone's informed. And I tell them that we're doing stuff, they're like, wait, I don't get that.
Yeah.
Like, so, okay, so I believe we need something outside the internet and outside the cable that they can look at, and
Right.
Like a
newsletter
mailing,
would be
Charles,
nice.
to their
Yeah.
home?
A mailing.
Maybe if we didn't mail it, but if we just distributed it to churches and the library and other public places, a few printed copies, perhaps, would that do it? We don't, mailing is really expensive, but
But if
we'll
we're
look
not
at,
reaching them,
I'll look
majority-
into it. I
Okay.
will look
It just-
into it. I'll find out how much it would actually cost, and I'll bring that to our next meeting. We can talk about it.
Okay.
Right now, we just got a newsletter. We didn't even have one for the last 2 years, and it's online on our website. And one of our partners, our Impact, who does our maintenance agreement on our printer and all of our computers and stuff, has offered to print a limited number of copies for us for free. So we can have some free printed copies. And we are planning to do that. But I had not planned on mailing anything. But I'll look into the costs. And we can talk about it at our next meeting, okay?
Okay.
Anybody else have any other comments or suggestions? Okay, on the
Yeah.
town budget? All right, Scott, do you want to talk about your budget, or your plans, or your levy, plans for the levy?
Yeah, we're allowed to raise the levy this year 0.8%, plus to account for new construction. Last year, we levied about $550,000, so we'll just be raising that by $4,500 or something, whatever it amounts to.
So by the amount of the CPI
Yeah, and the new growth.
and the new growth?
Construction.
Okay, and there is quite a bit of that coming?
No, there's
Maybe
not.
not this year, but next year.
It'll add $1,000 extra.
Okay, all
I
right.
talked to Kip Wilson up at the county. It's
Okay,
really
good.
not that impressive.
All
And
right.
just to remind everyone, even though we levy 550, we'll get under 300 of it. The rest is distributed to North Chicago, Lake Bluff, and Lake Forest.
Is there any way we can ask for that
Money back?
100,000 going to North Chicago or Lake Forest?
You can certainly ask, but Lake Forest is already raising their budget 3% this year, so we got that in the paper yesterday. I thought they were going to look to give money away.
Because our roads need fixing, right?
Yeah, we fixed a bunch of them, but we can always use a lot more.
Costs a lot.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. The assessor, is she here to talk about her proposed budget? No. We have, she did email something, and we are going over it in the office, and I'm hoping that she'll come in and talk to our staff about it to go over some of the details of that. So we'll have that for our next meeting, too. Okay. Next thing on our agenda is public comment, because we wanted to let people talk before we vote on all these other things that we've got on the agenda tonight. So is anyone here to speak? Yes, ma'am. Please come to the podium and give your name and address. Or you don't have to give your address.
Okay.
Is that mic on?
Have to pick up the mic or speak up louder.
Why don't you pick up the mic?
Good
Yeah,
evening.
the footing is unstable.
Yes, what
I don't think it's on. I'll just speak up.
Okay.
Okay. So good evening. My name is Sandra Haney. I'm an LSW, and I'm also the Disability Resource Coordinator for the Lake County Job Center. And I was asked to come so I can talk about some of our services. And what I wanted to present, I have actually points of interest. So some of the things that interest was youth coming out of school. So what I brought was our Lake County Job Center November calendar that lets you know about some of our workshops, resume assistance, as well as workshops on going back to school. Am I speaking loud enough? I am a part of, louder? Okay.
Stacy's going.
Excuse me.
I am a Disability Resource Coordinator for our Disability Employment Initiative. Can I pass these out? You can pass these around. What we do is people that are transitioning off of Social Security benefits, we assist them in increasing their education and their employment so they can transition back into the middle class. When it comes to students that are under 22, we're funded by WIOA. Our grant covers 18 to 64 years old. And when you have students that are transitioning out of high school and as over 22 and into the workforce, we have a youth program, which we help them as well with their resume building, job search. We also collaborate with Adult Basic Ed and CLC. We have a PSP program, which is the Personal Success Program, that some of the classes that the DEI grant funds are retail skills, computer skills, and personal care assistance. There's a big boom or a big need for home health care, non-medical, around the Lake County area. And so collaborating with CLC and their continuing education, our PSP program helps the students learn the skills that they need that are certified by the Illinois Department of Public Health. And so when the students leave that course, they leave with the CPR and an ASL certification. On the, but I did pass, I only brought a couple, but you can always find all the information. You can find all of our information at www.lakecountyjobcenter.com, and you'll find the numbers as well. As for disability services, you'll see my name, Sandra, and my phone number. In regards to youth services, which was a question of interest, we have a youth program, and you can contact Jennifer Everett. I also brought a couple of these. I didn't want to give you too much paper. And it talks about our summer youth employment program, which is from age 14 to 21. Actually, it can even be 22 if they're still in school. So I will give.
We use them at the highway department. We have used them.
Excellent. So what I find is that a lot of agencies around the Lake County area actually do employ our students through the summer. So that is another thing that I wanted to touch base is resume building, but also soft skills. So we help people learn or work on their interviewing skills, help them to be stronger as far as like one-on-one speaking. So just coming into the job center and telling a friend and making it a place known in your community, there's something there that we can help anyone with. So I welcome you all to come and check us out.
Thank you so much, Sandra. I met Sandra at a transportation meeting, and there's so many people that need, help with finding work, and it's free through Lake County. So you don't have to hire a consultant to help someone find a job. You can just call Sandra, and she'll take care of you. So thank you so much. I'm glad that you brought all that information to us.
Thanks for having me.
Does anyone else want to say anything for the public comment section? Would you like to speak or no? It's up to you. Someone else is arriving. Walking. Come on, Sherry, if you want to say something.
My name is Sherry Gillen. I live at 175 Margate Court, and I'm here tonight interested in the expansion of what's been going on with the dial-a-ride. I am a parent of twin 23-year-old daughters who are disabled, and I want to tell you what a wonderful, positive experience it has been to be having the dial-a-ride in Shields Township, and how very appreciative we are. I haven't been able to use it enough with my daughters because of some health issues, but we're getting better with it. And we really, I would like to just encourage the serious consideration on expansion of it. It would be just so terrific to be able to go use all of Libertyville and the search and the medical facilities. And we have been going through the next phase with our daughters, which involves going and searching out the next part of their lives, day programs and sheltered workshops, and looking at SILAs and where they're going to be living. And so we have been going all through Deerfield, Northbrook, Park Ridge, along the North Shore, Highland Park, Wilmette, Winnetka, and it's been a very interesting experience. And as we're visiting these places, we have asked again and again, how are you handling the transportation? And they, so proudly say we have PACE, and it makes all the difference, and those are the connections for us. And so to hear all of this so positively spoken about as we have been going through our search for our next steps, and I just wanted to say we are very appreciative and would appreciate your serious consideration on this. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Sherry. Thanks, Sherry.
Okay, anyone else for public comment? All right, good. Our next action item is approval of the Memorandum of Understanding by and between Shields Township, Libertyville Township, Fremont Township, Mundelein, Libertyville, and Lake County to administer grant and funding to expand the dial-a-ride service to township seniors and people with disabilities. Does anyone on the board have any questions or any comments?
I got a question.
Okay.
I think I said something to you about this. The Lake Forest, they're going to join our program, and for the people that need to pay, they're going to pay us directly, or how does that work?
The Lake Forest is a separate issue. This is the grant funding that we're getting to expand our current system under the grant, which we applied for with Libertyville and Fremont Townships,
right.
and with the help of Lake County, and there's also their financial support. So it's this is the document that we're looking to approve. It's a simple memorandum of understanding, and it has been vetted by our attorney. It's the signers on the document are Paula Trigg, who's the Director of Transportation for Lake County, Kathleen O'Connor, Township Supervisor for Libertyville, Kevin Bowens, the Village Administrator for the Village of Libertyville, Diana O'Kelly, Township Supervisor for Fremont Township, me, and John Lobato, who is the Village Administrator for Mundelein. And this is just a document that we've already hammered out all of the details of the service agreement, and that's a separate document. But this is a memorandum of understanding to pay for to put Lake County in charge of administering the grant.
Okay.
So, any other questions? Is that clear, you think?
Clear.
Okay.
Thank you,
All right, so
Cynthia.
then can I have a motion, please, to approve the memo of understanding for Central Lake Partners Coordinated Transportation Service?
I will make that motion.
Okay,
Gladly.
moved by Heather Kerr, And is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Second by Rich Kashkarian. Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Okay, great. Thank you very much. That's been a lot of work. But it's good. So, okay, so the next item is for action, a consideration of and a resolution to approve, subject to the approval of the Lake Forest City Council, and they're, I think, on their agenda for December 2nd. The memorandum of understanding by and between the City of Lake Forest and Shields Township to extend dial-a-ride service to all seniors and people with disabilities in the municipality of Lake Forest.
Can you explain that a little bit, Cynthia?
Sure, I would love to. We have been in conversations with Bob Kiley, City Manager of Lake Forest, and Sally Swarthout, who is the, I guess, the park, Director of Parks over there, and the Senior Center at Dickinson Hall. And they have all expressed an interest in joining our dial-a-ride. The way it would be handled, and I've spoken with Pace to determine that it would be possible to do this. What we would do is Shields would expand our service area to include addresses inside the municipality of Lake Forest, but outside of Shields Township. There are 5 townships in Lake Forest. We're only one of them, so it would be parts of Moraine Township, West Deerfield Township, Vernon, and Libertyville Townships. And the funding would be, they would not participate in our grant because they're not on the grant. They didn't apply for the grant, but they would run it just like we are running our current program, which is going to remain in place. They would pay 75% of the, or 25% rather, of the unfunded balance. Pace would pay 75% of the unfunded balance. All of the terms and conditions would be the same. You'd have to be 65 or older. You'd have to be a person with a disability to use the bus, and it would, the billing would, the only reason that I'm even asking, I mean, that it's an issue perhaps, and that we should talk about it a little bit, is that we're going to receive the bill for Lake Forest, and then we're going to break the bill out and then bill them back for those rides that were taken by people who live outside of Shields Township, but inside Lake Forest. And this is something that our attorney prepared, and we are submitting it to Lake Forest, and we would be approving this. Just the reason we're kind of rushing is because our new PACE agreement will begin January 1st, and we would like to be able to include them in our agreement without having to revise the agreement, have them in the original service plan. So this would be approved by this board subject to the approval of the City Council in Lake Forest. If the City Council for some reason says, no, we're not comfortable with this, then this would go away. But we've been assured by several people in Lake Forest that they want to do it. That's why we went to the trouble to draw this up. So, any other questions about it? You all understand the funding issue? It's not, we're not paying for Lake Forest at all. We're just enabling them to use our system, and they're paying for it.
So it's a good partnership.
Yeah, it would be. It's an intergovernmental agreement. It's a way that units of government can cooperate to make things better for people. So, if there are no other questions, can I have a motion to? Where is the resolution? Yeah, we have a resolution.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, and
I'll second that. Oh,
yeah.
This is the agreement.
I just want to know, what are you doing to get the word out a little bit more? I mean, we have talked about this at the meeting, but there's a lot of people that still don't know about the service.
Well,
Right. So what can we do?
I don't know. I mean, I'm happy.
The newsletter would be nice.
Yes.
Because
if you look at our newsletter, the front page is all about the PACE expansion. So that's one of the reasons that we wanted to have a newsletter, was to be able to tell people what we're doing, and so they can take it. Yeah, it's online. It's on. So if you go to our website, you can click on a link to our newsletter, and you can also subscribe if you want to get it in your email. But Yeah, we're working to try to get the word out. It's a process, it takes time. People have to hear things a number of times
Yeah, right.
before they incorporate them into their ordinary,
Right.
daily routine, so. Okay, all right, so we have a motion on the floor here. And a second?
Rich made the motion and I seconded it.
Okay. Should we have I think we have to have a voice vote for this.
Yeah, roll call.
Roll call.
January,
Aye.
Kashkarian.
Aye.
Maloney,
Aye.
Kerr.
Aye.
Brown.
Okay. Great. All right, the next item on the agenda is a motion to approve our bills. The town fund expenses in the amount of $51,931.42. Are there any questions, discussions, or a motion to approve the bills? Can I move to approve the bills? No one else is speaking up. We need one more person, apparently.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, thank you. Motion to approve the bills and a second?
I'll second
My
it.
cover sheet.
Do you need this?
No, I have it.
Okay.
But thank you.
All right. So it's been moved and seconded to
Yes,
approve
thank you.
the town fund expenses in the amount of $51,931.42. Roll call, please.
Kashkarian,
Aye.
January,
Aye.
Kerr.
Aye.
Maloney.
Aye. Okay, we have bills for the road and bridge for $15,033.34. Is there a motion to please approve those bills?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. And a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, moved by Kashkarian, seconded by January. Roll call.
I got a
Maloney?
question, though.
Aye.
January.
I did have a question.
What's your question?
On the outstanding bills, are we up to date on those?
I don't know. I didn't get a copy of the report this month, so I don't even know what we're paying.
Actually, I need this.
It would take analysis, but
Well, everything that you sent over was,
if everything, yeah, I don't know.
that you approved
And
has
there
been,
were
is on the
bills
list.
Submitted late too.
Okay.
Huh?
So anyway,
Okay.
okay. So we were in the middle of a roll call, I think.
January,
Aye.
Kerr.
Aye.
Maloney.
Aye. Okay, thank you. And for our general assistance expenses in the amount of $1,626.86. Do I have a motion to approve those?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
Okay, moved and seconded, Kashkarian and Kerr.
Kerr.
Aye.
Maloney.
Aye.
Kashkarian.
Aye.
January.
Aye.
Great, that's excellent. So thank you. Township reports. Trustees, do any of the trustees have anything they'd like to talk about?
I have a quick little report.
Okay.
I just wanted to say the paper drive that was held with the Lake Bluff Elementary School and with the township here, which benefits our food pantry, was enormously successful. And I want to take this opportunity to give everybody involved, everybody who put in their time here at the township, and everybody who put in their time at the school, the parents, the staff, the teachers, everybody. It took 6 cars, trucks, and SUVs to bring all the stuff over here. And we have some very dedicated volunteers here within the township and at the school who helped, and my 2 children included, who are condemned to labor that afternoon, to bring all of that in. It was a big hit with the food pantry. The patrons of the pantry are enormously grateful, and thank you to all of you who participated. It makes such a difference. The Halloween candy was also a smashing success.
Yes, I gained 5 pounds.
That's my goal. I also wanted to have an opportunity on the eve of Veterans Day last week. My husband and I were honored to join our current clerk of the circuit court, Keith Bryn, as well as some other people, to honor World War II vets and Holocaust survivors downtown for a get-together and a presentation and some storytelling of their experiences. And it was wonderful and incredibly moving, and a wonderful reminder as we head into this holiday season and in lieu of what's happened overseas, that to be reminded of the small things. And it was a very moving and wonderful experience, and I'd like to thank everybody involved and for those who included me in on that. So thank you to all of you.
Thank your daddy. He might have gotten you on that list.
I
So,
know.
yeah. So, okay, so any other trustees or the highway commissioner, would you like to talk about all the things that are going on the highways?
Yeah, I can. It looks like the bulk of the stuff has been covered. I would have to compare that.
That's fine. Thank you.
Well, we did a lot of road paving. Well, not a lot, 11 blocks. Next month, you'll get the bill. The less fun part of the head.
Yeah.
Everything looks really good. They're substantially done right now. Finished this afternoon with the driveways. Pavement striping going on tomorrow. That'll substantially wrap it up. And then we had a windstorm last week, had a tree blow over at night, getting the plows ready, fixing trucks. We had a hose blow on one of them, just the usual stuff.
Do we need to say anything about the digging that's going to be taking place around Arden Shores for the water mains, or?
Well, not anything yet. I haven't got plans yet.
We don't have plans yet
So
for that?
I'm not even sure it's going to happen.
Okay.
Until I see plans and get a bond from them, I wouldn't know if anything's going to happen. I've had one phone call about it.
Yeah, we're thinking that they're going to be getting water from Lake Bluff.
No.
Or
We're going to
from
get water from North Chicago.
From North Chicago.
Yeah. And it's only a tiny part of Arden Shores North.
Right.
From what I understand, I haven't seen plans yet. I did get a call from North Chicago a few weeks ago.
Okay, good. All right, thank
Saying
you.
that they would send over
Okay.
some plans.
So we're waiting on those.
Yep.
What about the salt? Have enough salt?
We got a lot of salt. We had, we finally got last year's allotment delivered. We got 102 tons.
That's fine.
We got 102 tons just 2 days, 2 or 3 days ago.
Well, I've got this in my office.
And the bin is full. We have probably between 225 and 250 tons in stock, and the ability to get 120 more if we need it, so that should be plenty. That's more than we probably need.
Okay, good.
Okay. Thank you. And okay, no assessors report. But I have a little bit to say. I just want to thank everybody again for all the work that they've been doing in the pantry. And also thanks to Phoenix Rising, who has paid for all these turkeys that we've been giving away. Yesterday
That's awesome.
was a crazy
It was
day.
crazy.
There were so many people here, and they all shopped at the pantry while they were here, of course, because that made sense. So we're cleaned out. So if any of you feel like sending over a few bags of food, we'd be grateful for that. But we are grateful also for Lake Forest High School, because they do this annual food drive for us. Leanne Nelson is a student supervisor over there, works in the dean's office, and she's organized a food drive. We're picking up tomorrow 2,500 cans of food from Lake Forest High School with the help of the highway department. Thank you very much. Borrowing a couple guys in a truck. Our Impact is organizing a food drive for us too. They have 11 locations, and they're collecting food for us in early December. The Northern Illinois Food Bank is always a great partner, and they helped us buy the turkeys for $16 for a box that included a 15-pound turkey, a 5-pound bag of red potatoes, and a box full of everything else that you need to have a really great Thanksgiving dinner. So that was really cool. I already talked a little bit about the newsletter online. And Mother's Trust is still running their coat drive. So if you were putting it off, you have until tomorrow at 2 o'clock to get your gently used child's or coat or gloves or mittens or scarves or blankets. I think they're collecting blankets as well. If you can take them over to the Gorton Center by 2 o'clock, they will be distributed by Mother's Trust to needy people. So thank you so much. Is there anybody, have any final remarks or?
Ma'am, you mentioned, Cynthia mentioned, one of the best ways to stay in touch with us as a township and what we're doing in comings and goings is to get online and look at, because everything that's current is always updated on the website. And if you want to spread the word about having more and more people go to the website and sign up for our newsletters, that would also vastly help, because there's so many people who would love access, we just don't have access to their emails.
Oh, right.
So that would definitely help. If anybody wants to send an email saying, hey, subscribe to the, for updates, or whatever is going on, that would be wonderful.
Okay.
So thank you.
And we're on Facebook too, so it's kind of fun. And we have a Facebook feed on the website.
Yes.
So, okay, barring any other comments or
Just one other
questions?
thing.
One other thing.
Salt, can residents of our township come and get salt from you?
No,
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask.
have to shoot them.
We're all
Okay.
laughing, but that's really not funny, Scott. Okay, all right, thank you very much. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your families, and thanks to all the volunteers who help us at the township, and we will see you next month. Do you have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion. Second it.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for coming.